He hasn't been drinking, but police suspect he may be under the influence of drugs. His license is another matter. Although he's never held a full license, Brett's learner's permit is currently suspended.
Brett goes to court and being suspended for the magistrate of concern is an appropriate penalty.
Hey Brett, you can't drive from here unfortunately. I think it's usually a court apprentice notice to appear a little bit short.
Oh, ой,
Brett sets off up on one foot. But a few minutes later,
ох, как какой.
heading back towards the car.
Ого.
Taking the position, police wait and watch. Less than 10 minutes later, Brett's back in the driver's seat.
Тихо, тихо.
Red for driving to pick up his daughter and execute her. If this program fails, that follows midway through his second test, there will be no summary of his license.
Ром. А, ну этот, римский этот. Дом. Чисто Римская империя. А, это отель в таком стиле. Так, ну, не выбор. Ну, это классно. В русском стиле. Форест. Ну. Жесть. Да. Жесть. Ого. Жесть. Вот. Я не знаю, что Лерусь. Ого, и жесть, блин. Это фигня.
Chiếm độc này sao mày có cái con này thì mà quay cái con này thì sao con này thì
I think it's a pretty major effect is obviously
107.
effect on the scaling.
I think that's
License and unemployed brief. Something's for illegal driving. Then he set off something he could. But police suspected he returned to the car. Just a few minutes later, their hunch paid off.
А, да, Бейджер не доделал. Что не доделал, не знаю. Я не знаю, когда я уже доделал.
Yeah, I agree. It was stupid. Oh, mentally stupid. I shouldn't have run back to the car. Now I'm going to drive again.
Any time here at all?
I'm trying as best as I can to, stay out of trouble. You work in the money or what? Well, I've been doing catching hand jobs and tattoos. Because I love doing tattoos. That's what I'm going to go take to the court.
After collecting his second charge of unlicensed driving for the night, Brett is released.
Been investigating it to detect drink drivers, but what happens on a daily basis is that it opens up a can of worms and getting people for traffic offences and even criminal offences.
Brett was charged with 2 counts of driving with a suspended licence. He received a $300 fine, an 18-month good behaviour bond, and was disqualified from driving for 2 years. Barrett was charged with mid-range drink driving. He was fined $400 and was disqualified from driving for 6 months. Mario was convicted of drink driving. He received a 1-year community service order, his licence was cancelled, and he was disqualified from driving for 2 years. Ivan was also convicted of drink driving. He received a $1,500 fine, his licence was cancelled, and he was disqualified from driving for 2 years.
是的，是的。Soon after.
On RBT.
Visiting day-to-day for prisoners. We've located a paraphernalia, syringes, heavy drug bags. They are spilled everything out of my shirt. Embarrassing.
Bingo. Spill it on your breath a bit. Jeffrey by the Byron Bay attracts partygoers from all over. With a vibrant atmosphere hides a secret. Byron Bay has one of the highest rates of drink driving in the country.
Friday night for Byron Bay traditionally has been very busy. A lot of people will come into town at the end of the week to celebrate. So what our goal is to target those that are leaving Byron Bay and any of those that may be drug or alcohol affected, we'll be trying to intercept them and get them off the roads.
Just pulling into the line is proving too difficult for this driver.
Factory neutral line.
Who with a classic L-type move stalls his car.
What do you got? Hold there. Very good. You got your license there, Mark? How long ago was your last week? How many do you have? You're a learner. Have you got a license? Are you supervising him at the moment? What sort of license do you have? Sorry? You please say you're not supervising but you can't. So at the moment you're unaccompanied learner to start with. What's your alcohol limit?
Bingo. Joel and his mate are on their way down the coast, hoping to meet up with 2 female friends.
To record is submit to a breath test or examine the air currently continuously. Curriculum that's approved device under law direct you to stop by saying stop now. You have to play the guts out of it, just one long, constant, steady breath. Stop.
It's visiting hours at one of the most notorious institutions in eastern Sydney. From the maximum security jail on the bay. Visiting day today for Christmas. We tend to have some results, positive results of visitors going into jail who turn up stoned or drunk, or both.
I've also seen people taking contraband into the jail.
As well as drug and alcohol testing, police are conducting medical searches. They're constantly surprised by what they find.
We've located lots of drug paraphernalia, which are syringes, empty drug bags, Xers and anyway.
Police are working their way along the line. 21-year-old tea trader Alex and his mates are next.
Nothing illegal drugs last few days? No. What are you guys up to? You out of jail, eh? Are you visiting? Okay.
Got those two threads there. Dude, put your front of the gate for it. No, you do it. Put your front of the gate for it. Put on the floor for me. Put down on that. There you go. Look at that 6 minutes. What are you shaking for? Huh? Oh, I've got 6 minutes. He doesn't know exactly.
As well as today's police operation, corrective services are running an operation of their own. Alex and his mates happen to be hiding anything at all, it won't get past the nose of this highly trained drug detection dog.
Какие сюда. Это, блин. Сюда.
Saturday morning Atlantic's head is buzzing as locals enjoy the natural beauty. But if they went out the night before, they may not realise they could still be over the limit.
Are they sits?
Last night, Max celebrated the end of the working week with friends.
The test has given me warning. Okay, so we just got to go back to the old tried and true method of doing your 2-by and give you a test. Go if you like. Stop.
Max okay, but Trev might not be. He had a late one at the pub last night.
Yeah. What time did you wind up here?
Trev's out for a cruise on his gleaming new Ducati. He's had his car license for decades, but on his bike, he's only on his L plates.
Realise the limit's got to be 0 when you're on your L speed. SID.
If Trevor blows over, it's not only his bike license that could be affected. The penalty can also carry over to his car license. At a large-scale activity operation in Fairfield, officers in a side street are waiting to test anyone who tries to avoid the main site. A white sedan turns into the trap. The driver, surprised to see police, hesitates. But there's no getting away.
Hey, let's stop for a breath test to get a driver's license.
65-year-old Shy is on his way home from a family dinner at his mother's place.
Thanks, sir. You had any alcohol to drink in the last hour? Yeah, it's how long ago? 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago? What did you have to drink?
Some Chinese wine.
Okay, 2 hours ago with dinner?
Yes, I think we'll get it.
Okay. I can smell it on your breath a bit. A little bit? A big bit?
One Jew is trying so a liberal is all Shy needs to pull him over.
Then you see the transition of move and then blow out. Verbally and continuously associate itself. Go. And stop. Excellent.
Just as he was about to enter Long Bay Jail to visit a relative, Alex was stopped for a drug test.
Fill it up for me. Okay, all right, mate. There you go. Don't get 6 minutes. It's taken for. Right, about 6 minutes.
Alex waits for his results, but that's not all. He also faces a search by the Corrective Services sniffer dog.
I'm going to have to go take my plus your nip, so they get the car.
If the dog detects any drugs on Alex and his friends, he's trained to sniff. Luckily for Alex, he stays on her feet, but the boys aren't free to go yet.
I'm just going to go for the other thing, talk a little about it.
Next, the sniffer dog is put into Alex's car. It finds nothing more illicit than some old fried chicken.
The uniform, people in uniform is actually this.
The result of Alex's drug indicator test is ready.
Okay, Alex, you've been, results come back as negative. So when the officer is finished with you, you're ready to go. You're not a drug user. It's a report. Drug under control. Being a good child, you still feel freaked out, even if you're 100% sure what you have, no alcohol in the stuff. I don't know when I get pulled over, it's almost like daunting and serious.
Alex and his mates can finally go to jail. Fortunately, just as it felt the resistance. Joel and his mate were so eager to go and meet some lady friends, they drove. The problem is, Joel's a learner driver, and his mate is only on his P's.
So at the moment you're only a company learner to start with. What's your alcohol limit? Alright. Bingo. One long, constant, steady breath. Stop. At this point in time to try the breath test, you're under arrest. We're going up to the bus up here for a present analysis. Hopkins-Ziowski. Yeah, just up in here on the bus, mate. That's why it's like to walk on the grass. Like that. Just up the bus there, thanks to you.
It seems Joel's in the habit of taking risks.
What kind of accident? Like actually broken underneath me sort of thing. From underneath my hands and feet at the same time.
Pretty good for a job.
I suppose it's still being a cast of crops. It's really tough to do that. I'm like fishing. Yeah, fishing. I'm a little barren, I think. Pond. Deep sea trawl.
As Sergeant Lavin prepares the secondary test, Joel comes clean about his Queensland learner's permit.
I've only just come on suspension, so I haven't been able to get a license yet.
What were you suspended for?
Speeding. Shouldn't be driving in London.
What were you drinking that tonight? What were you drinking? On the coke or just rum?
Две уже сделаны, две осталось. Вторая, третья и четвертая.
Joel admits he's been drinking, so there's no chance he'll get off scot-free. How much he blows over determines how much trouble Joel's in.
Well, no, it's fine. That woman will see the stop.
Третью. А, еще отстрой же надо.
After a big night, Trevor was blowing away some cobwebs on his brand new Freedom machine. But his good time might just have been ruined.
At this point in time, you're under arrest for the breath analysis, okay? You'll need to come with me over to the bus over there.
if Fred was in his car, he'd be under. But because he's an L-plate bike rider, he's headed to the bus. Trev got his Ducati for some midlife fun.
I guess just the brooding. Get out and squash some bugs.
But it's pretty hard to look cool when you're 46 and on your L's.
Embarrassing. But at least, you know, you've got full face helmet on so no one can see who you are.
Trev didn't think twice about going for a ride this morning.
And I didn't think that, if I have any residual alcohol in the system, medically I did have a big night last night, but been up for a while, having coffees. I thought I was right. I guess I might have just had a couple too many, but I don't know. No more than usual.
Size of your drink?
How
How many of them do you reckon you would have had?
probably about 10 to 15,
10 to 15, you reckon?
around about.
Did you have any food while you were drinking?
No.
Depending as much he blows on, it would have a double impact, affecting both his bike and his car license. In his line of work, Trev can't afford to have that happen.
Installation of solar panels on roofs. You've got to transport them to the premises.
Okay, just take a deep breath, mate. Go nice and calm through that tube until it's ready to stop. Okay, that'll do you. Just analyse that.
Learner driver Joel has scored the trifecta of driving Doug's car. He's driven without a supervisor, but without a license, and he's been drinking.
So John, this instrument is analysed the sense of your breath, and it's displayed reading 0.95 grams of alcohol for 100 millilitres of blood. So you're almost twice the limit for a normal person.
Drive unlicensed, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive unlicensed, put them all together. You just got some sort of stimulus.
To start with, he's a learner. He has no experience of driving a motor vehicle. He clearly has an issue with speeding, because he's lost his licence in Queensland for it. And he's combining alcohol with it. And it's just an absolute recipe for disaster.
Despite his license being suspended again, Joel is still keen to see the girls he was on his way to meet.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But it's going to be slow going, walking on a broken foot. Shy aroused police suspicion when he was reluctant to pull over for a breath test. Now officers want to know if it's because he's had too much rice wine with mum at dinner.
I can smell it on your breath a bit. And then you see the through this end of the tube and just blow out smoothly and continuously till it's to stop. Go. Stop. Okay, so with your reading, okay, you've blown over the legal limit.
It seems the high alcohol content of this traditional Chinese drink, up to 20%, has pushed Shy over the limit.
Yeah, I like to drink, but I never drink. No. How much I over the limit? Because before I was on the taste all the last. Okay. Yeah, you still have to drink.
At Fairfield Police Station, Shy explained his family's weekly ritual.
My mom and my older brother every weekend I was in and I have kids. My older brother ordered some Chinese wine. I tried some after I think some very comfortable. Oh God, why? I think maybe trouble from them. But I was reading up and I'll never have a drug. I think so much or never. Here you can try it.
Shy is worried about the practical consequences of blowing it over.
I have joy. I want to lose my license.
concerned about what his elderly mother and older brother will think of him.
He's got a man or that, and that is very worried for me. I'm big right now, so I'll tell you to stop. You ready?
Tries about to find out if he underestimated the alcohol content of the traditional Chinese rice wine he had with dinner. Drivers need to be under 0.05, so Shy will have to go to court.
I'm having some people going on make accidents sometimes, but anyways, around there, so I'll probably do that.
It's a tough lesson, but Shy will have plenty to talk about with his mum and brother at their next family dinner.
Normally I drink just the wine, but my older brother my great wine. But today he bought some Chinese wine. He said it's a good one. I try.
Motorbike operator Trev has made a rookie error. He forgot that too many beers on Friday night would put him over his zero alcohol limit come Saturday morning. Now, it's not just his tradesman's motorbike, but also his work ute that could be out of action.
It's been analysed as handling addressing the Slater agent 0.025, which is still in the special range category.
I'm not happy. Half an hour time or so, I'll probably be at zero. What do you do?
In relation to your bike, obviously you won't be able to ride from here now. Because anywhere else for that, you've got to be zero, so zero. So.
If I legally go and grab my car now, I'm thinking to go, but I'm hideous, really.
For the moment, Trev will still be able to drive his car, but his date with the magistrate would change that.
Also, when you can.
Trevor received a Section 10 bond. No conviction was recorded. Joel was convicted of mid-range drink driving and fined $800. He was also convicted of driving with an expired license, fined a further $400, and was disqualified from driving for 6 months. Shy received a Section 10 bond. No conviction was recorded.
What do you do with your evenings to make it better when you're saving? Like cooking your chips for cheaper. Delicious. Cutting a lower cost wash feels loads better. And streaming your favourite shows for less. Next level. Unlock cheaper electricity every day with Next Month Saver from Eon Next.
On RBT, haven't smoked any taken any drugs in the last month every day.
That's why we're going to stop this by putting it down and kill someone. Why did you stop driving?
It's getting late in Sydney's Paddington. The nightlife here attracts a powerful cocktail of drinkers and drivers.
So start partying a bit, you know, at 11 o'clock at night, go through the early hours of the morning. We follow through people driving, we should drug test, and we should drug test about at least 100.
This boy here has a rare liberty, so he can't drink alcohol, do drugs, and do anything. So I have a wonderful liver, so I can do it. And so actually, basically on the booze bus, I'm driving the piss people with us.
This driver has not had a drink, but the drug test will explain his high state of anxiety.
That's it.
Sit tight, leave it out for 5 minutes, and then I can get back in.
I shouldn't come up trumps. I'm feeling quite frustrated.
You had light in my bitch. No, it's fucking in. It's all on me.
The boys are doing everything right. But over breath testing, 37-year-old Chris is not. He took the edge off a long day by raising a glass with workmates, then jumped straight in the car.
Josephine, yeah.
Chris claims he's left his driver's license at work.
It's more.
That's why I haven't done the license out. I haven't got it back in.
Inside
Aspetta un attimo.
police are about to discover there's a whole lot more to Chris's story.
Ma cara musica.
At a Mount Druitt drug testing
Basta.
operation, the driver is just returned an exceptionally fast amphetamine indicator. The swab can take up to 5 minutes to react, but 29-year-old Nathan's test went positive in seconds.
What's that song that they went from methamphetamine? Speed, LSD, ice. Never used it. Oh, man, what I'll get you to do, send me the car, I'll just give you a test. I'll give you, there you go.
The second test will rule out the possibility of a faulty swab.
Take this, place 2 kilometers back in the toe, do it straight forward at the end of that.
Наркотики. Drugs.
It's, never tried it, never in the last couple of days. I've done ecstasy, pills, no ice,
But it seems this local farmer, who works as a storeman, does have time to smoke cannabis.
2 or 3 months ago. People switching that hydro. If you've had hydro, marijuana, the stuff they put in that does react. Sometimes it's that legal thing that makes it so powerful. It's amphetamine. Alright?
Ah, vedi.
The results of the second swab don't take long to appear. Nathan's gone positive again to cannabis and methamphetamines.
I'll get to see you guys pretty good words here. So it's like plenty of words in it.
Так, сейчас, давай. Это в этом году.
On a major road outside Newcastle, police are testing Saturday night traffic heading towards town. Just before 8 p.m., inside a vehicle doing a U-turn short of the RBT site.
Ah, poi
and heading
up
for
on
the
it. Скинь его. Сделаем. Оп. Да. Все. Ты не надо. Я в лав. Окей. Апа. Ставится.
The fishermen agree to win line. Now, another driver appears to be fleeing the police net.
James just got out. One second.
In Fairfield, the driver of this red ute rounded off the working week with a few beers and a punt to a local sports bar.
How many drinks did you have?
With a drinks tally like that, getting behind the wheel was the biggest gamble of all, 34-year-old Bobby.
Yeah, all right. What I'll get you to do is take a deep breath in and blow into the tube until I say stop. Well, unfortunately, the machines indicated that you have 2.5 times the legal limit at this stage. Yeah. Legal limit is 0.5. You're blown 0.22 on the device. So at this stage, you're under arrest for further subject analysis. What we'll do, we'll take you back to
Bobby's luck ran out right in front of the mate's place he was driving to. At least there's someone on hand to take care of his beloved work ute.
Boss, rather give my keys, then take my car back to your place, right? So were you drinking all day, or what? We had a few drinks with mates at the pub there, you know, even at my friend's place. And I had to go see your son, because Marty from a couple of weeks ago, because I put a bag down, you know, a bit of a ghetto, you know, yeah. And a bit of cash for the jam. He said, I didn't say anything, but yeah, we went back down to my friend's house, and we're there. We're there. You're a perfect example of that. You know, if anything, that's what you're a perfect example of. One day,
After finishing work late down at Bondi Beach, Chris had a couple of quick drinks before heading home. As he's taken for breath analysis, Chris explains why he's been working so late.
Just got the ice skating on the beach. It's fun. It's challenging. On the beach, it's never been done before. So, not traveling, but had 4 days turnaround. Brisbane and Sydney, so actually it was half on the ring. It was in Brisbane on Tuesday with lights on. Had a jam here on Thursday with lights.
Chris's workmates had just rewarded his efforts with a gold medal. How many drinks did you have tonight? Those 2 vodkas may be enough to sour the taste of tonight's success.
guys looking.
In Mount Druitt, Nathan has just gone positive for cannabis and methamphetamine in a roadside drug test and seems very familiar with the police process.
I'll get to see your cousin read the words here. See exactly what he was about that, okay? Like I said, you got the big medical microphone. Okay? You're under arrest.
Inside the police bus, Senior Constable Jenkins checks Nathan's driving record.
You charged me for previously last year. That was what this was. 2 weeks. Twice in 2 weeks. What do you do? That's your third offence. It's your third offence, is it?
Things happened in the last year and a half. Depression, I've been depressed. All my bills got on top of me. I've got a gambling habit. So then I went to night shift and yeah, I started smoking on and off again.
Tell me why you failed that roadside drug test. Because the odds are good.
I haven't smoked any marijuana or taken any drugs in those last 2 or 3 days.
Okay, when was the last time you did?
I've been Wednesday night, Tuesday morning.
for over 20 years or so.
We can do the right thing and just get their attention. Not really got anyone.
Are you saying driving impaired, driving drunk?
I just said 3 days. I have nothing in 3 days, but I'm still going to lose my license.
Well, mate, I don't know yet, because I haven't done the other test yet, so I'm just trying to get it right because, no, mate, you're right. Right, mate, I'm not here to give you a hard time, mate. I'm just here doing the job.
3 days, they can come up with a reading. That should be if you're under the influence of drugs, not if you're driving and something's in your system.
You are impaired if you've got this in your system at all. That's why it's illegal to drive. Okay?
Yeah, wait for a good day. He was a scientific hypothesis. She was a clinical study. And a future breakthrough could cure her is closer than ever. With our research, we can keep saving lives like hers. And when it can turn science fiction into reality.
Stay one step ahead. All the iPhone 17 Pro easier because most powerful iPhones deserve this message.
40 years of having conviction of sin, we believe the power of the powerful with acetylated hyaluronic acid, non-discarding and ketamine. 94% of women say their skin looks younger than yesterday. The power of holiness and clarity.
In Newcastle, Sydney Compton Collier is tracking down a possible stopper. That's someone who deliberately pulls up short of the RBT site.
You can stop showing the RBT site. First thing, all the genes is going out. And the right seat.
Cassandra is a big lady. She says the reason she pulled to the side of the road is because her car broke down. Cassandra claims she has no idea why the police were following her. But some people will go to any lengths to avoid the breathalyzer, even staging a breakdown.
Is that any help also? No. That's like any illicit drugs or anything like that? With a bad swap in your car or anything. You're sure the RBT site. No problems with your license at all? You're not suspended or something like that?
Cassandra's boyfriend is a mechanic. She phones him to come to the rescue. In the meantime, Officer Collier does his best to help out.
Yeah, well, that's what I think, right? What's up? Speaking of motorists, I mean, we don't leave them out there in nowhere, so I've changed tyres for people and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, but they've got people coming, so that's the main thing, and they're inside of us, so you know, nothing untoward or anything's going to happen to them out here.
Sure enough, Cassandra's boyfriend and family arrive to get her back on the road. Chris has just finished building a temporary ice skating rink on Bondi Beach.
Built one on Bondi Beach, and back on the phone. So, quite proud of it.
But the two vodka and cokes he celebrated with after finishing the job would leave his license lost.
So Chris, does that nice your sample? It's come back a reading of 0.054. Does that put you in the low range category? Do you understand that?
Chris has earned himself a date with the magistrate, but he's still not free to get his skates on.
Times off, like, just from the idea that I'll make stopping late.
to give his licence back to him and actually found out that his licence was expired back in the beginning of the year, so he won't be able to drive at all. But his traffic record is quite comprehensive. He'll probably have some issues when he gets to court in terms of the magistrate decides a penalty might be. How many drinks did you have? Until I say stop.
After spending Friday afternoon in the pub, electrician Bobby jumped his ute and ran the gauntlet.
Well, unfortunately, at this stage, you're under arrest.
Parramatta Police Station, Bobby appears to be learning a thing or two about keeping track of his drinks.
How many drinks have you had?
3 or 4 beers. Yeah, 2 burgers in that case.
Were they pretty mixed bourbons or somebody called them? So, they're just joke place. Even your schooner drink is not one standard drink. A mini is. Schooner's 1 and 1 and
Really?
and that's a class.
So mini is a standard drink?
It's a standard drink.
Okay, so schooner's above standard.
Schooner's above standard, yeah, it's an extra. Did you eat while you were drinking?
Like most tradesmen, Bobby's trusty ute is his workshop on wheels.
So I'm an electrician doing a lot of shutdowns and power off to buildings, so it'll turn up close to different times, but yeah, sort of rules myself there, pretty good.
Stand up for me, take a deep breath.
If he blows over .08 again on his second test, Bobby will have to surrender his license on the spot.
Stop. Very soon. So, very shortly. Okay, you ready to go?
Inside a police bus and go through it, Nathan is facing his third drunk driving charge in just over 12 months.
Has tested a sample of your saliva. It's come back positive to both cannabis and pretty much exactly what the outside drug test told us. Okay? What can we do, mate? How are we going to break this cycle? Yeah? Mate, we keep getting caught. If you don't stop, you're going to go to jail. Yeah, eventually that will happen. We've got to stop people who drive drug driving.
Nathan says he became depressed after his last drug driving charge.
Everybody having a depression, unfortunately. I'm getting there, but
But you know, marijuana's depression, isn't it?
it's depressing.
You reckon so?
I don't know, maybe because it's maybe from such a young age. I didn't have a mother and father there when I was young. I didn't go to play footy, I didn't do any sports, I didn't have my mum walk me to school. From the age of 5, we did it all ourselves. So I'm there every day. So I make sure that
You are setting an example for your child. So whatever you do, your child says acceptable, and he will grow up thinking that your behaviour is acceptable, and he will follow the same path as you have. Do you agree with that or disagree?
Perhaps today's events will set Nathan on a new, more positive path.
That child's in a cycle. He hasn't broken the cycle. He's been taught 3 times in the last 12 months by my unit. He's on a one-way ticket to jail. That's probably the only way we're going to stop him, by putting him in jail before he kills someone.
After blowing mid-range roadside, electrician Bobby got a crash course in beer basics.
And that's a class.
So mini is a standard drink?
It's a standard drink.
Okay, so schooner's above standard.
Schooner's above standard, yeah.
But with a standard drinks tally in the double figures, the lesson may not be over.
Stop it. Very soon. I'll get myself very shortly. Instruments analyze a sample of your breath. Data reading of 0.116 grams of alcohol in 210 litres of breath. that's just under 2.5 the legal limit.
I thought I might have been touch and go, but I didn't think I was 2 times over the limit. I thought I might have been just right. But, you know, it just goes to show, you know, what you think and what actually is two different things. Even if you're slow, hitting somebody, that'd be bad enough. But knowing that if you're trying and doing that, it's not right at all. Good luck.
Because he's blown mid-range, his license is immediately confiscated.
Yeah. There's another sense to do that. Although he's a good bloke, and you can see by his character that he's quite a quality driver, a likable bloke. You just can't drink and drive.
Rocky was convicted of mid-range drink driving. He was fined $500 and disqualified from driving for 6 months. Nathan's lab result returned a positive reading for both cannabis and methamphetamine. He was convicted of driving with an illicit substance in his system, fined $700 and lost his license for 1 year. Chris was convicted of low-range drink driving. He was fined $650 and disqualified from driving for 6 months. He was also convicted of driving with an expired license, fined a further $600 and then disqualified from driving for another 3 years.
Sleep. Looks like somebody wants to cover up. Or he's on it. Somebody has a little persistence. See?
Build wealth with trading 212. One account to invest, save, and spend. Invest in stocks and ETFs with 0 commission. Trade anytime with 24-hour US market access. Earn 3.85% interest with our cash ISA. Spend like an investor with our free debit card. Get 1.5% cash back. Get the Trading 212 app and start building wealth today.
Anything grudge last few days? Are you being honest with me? What's that? What's that with the asshole one? I was the one that stopped you last time, you know? I remember. How many drinks you did get? John Lawson. I was dead. Why does this not drive us?
A spate of serious motor vehicle accidents, Sergeants Nelson and Moriarty are scouring the Hume Highway for any drivers that might be under the influence.
This car be on suitable with the road. Yeah. He played too. He's a bit like Aussie when he sees us, he doesn't translate real quickly.
The driver, Chris, has his sister, girlfriend, and mum in the car with him.
Anything grudge last few days? This is drug test, right? I'll probably tell him Dragon Ball was. Yep. What did you do? What's all that pink stuff? That lolly, what's all that? Pink stuff, boobs. How late is it? Okay. Well, no worries. Played about 5 minutes ago.
Chris's mum can't figure out why they've been stopped. The
The answer could lie in the results of Chris's drug indicator test.
I'll show you something, right? Without where it says methamphetamine, which is good. It's not real bad. Have you had something you should have in the last couple of days? Never? Never had any type of drug? Well, never coming out. That's a pretty strong indication, okay? Cannabis is good, meth is bad. Could be a faulty test, okay? Are you being honest with me? Yeah. Oh, I think that just giving up,
With Chris's dad being sick, another positive drug indicator test is the last thing this family needs.
I'll get on the dragon for the please. She ain't got this far, right? I'm going to 5 minutes ago.
It's well past midnight in Cox Harbour and the streets are quiet. Up ahead, officers on mobile patrol notice a young driver. A computer check reveals he's a P-plater and he's not displaying his plates. Owen is driving his girlfriend and a couple of mates home. Owen's an apprentice chef, and when he knocked off tonight, he downed a rum and coke.
Are you on your feet? Are you restricted to 0? Yeah. Are we trying to talk? You need to just take a deep breath and close your cheek and ask me to stop. This indicates that you may be out of limit. So, you jump out, you're under arrest, you come back to the police station and we'll do another test.
Now that Owen's off to the police station, it's up to his girlfriend to get his mates home.
You got a license, do you? Haven't been drinking? Alright.
Unfortunately, he's put her in this situation before.
You live with your girlfriend? How long have you two been together?
10 years.
Wow. You going to marry her anytime soon? Or?
Always plan to. Yes, it's been a long time, right? So,
It's really out Juliet, isn't it?
yeah, yes.
What rating did you go last time you got done?
My special range category was I think by the time.
Okay, you've had two.
Yeah, I did earlier. A few years back when I first got my red race, it was good.
So why did you get in the car and drive after you've had something to drink?
It's Saturday night at the Queensland-New South Wales border.
We're just on the Pacific Highway on route between heads to conduct some stationary outreach for a few hours. It is a popular spot here for people that are heading back to Queensland that are doing drinking.
Normally, when drivers are asked to step out of their cars, they use the door, but not concreter Tony. If he thinks getting out through the window is a flash manoeuvre, the officers don't. It's a red flag.
The car's hot one.
I looked through the window and noticed that there was no key in the ignition. The car had been started using the old black technique, and I immediately thought the car had been stolen.
In what could be a case of double trouble, Tony's passenger is his twin brother Daniel.
We're telepathic, read each other's thoughts, share everything. 23 hours mother, your mother, 12 hours later before the 23 hours. So yes, payback, respect.
As P-plater Tony is about to be breathalyzed, he admits he's had alcohol tonight.
I've got a plan to get that so we can look at that.
I'll give you a test now, so you can go. I'll just get you to take a deep breath, mate. Like, continue to the tube, I'll tell you to stop. Blow. Right, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Tony's reading comes up clean, but officers still think he could be hiding something.
just having a bit of a look through the car at this point in time until we can confirm whether it's a stolen car or not. Because generally, as most people will be aware, one of the methods of getting the ignition going in a stolen car is to hotwire the ignition.
And things only get worse after a police check uncovers more trouble for the twins.
Plates have long and slow. Plates put on the yellow plates.
25-year-old P-plater Owen is facing his third drink driving charge.
What did you get in the car? I think that's a drink. Got any answer?
That's very usual.
Pretty foolish, really.
Taken to the familiar territory of the Coffs Harbour police station, Owen's reunited with an old acquaintance.
Such events.
Owen should have progressed to his full licence by now. If he had, then that one large rum and coke he said he had after work wouldn't be a problem.
You're an old people, eh? What's that? I think you just sold your license.
I might see my full licence in about 2-3 years. Hopefully. See what happens. Initially, I planned on walking home. I only do live down the road.
Alright, mate, just stand up for me. Take a nice deep breath, blow through there as hard as you can, twice as hard.
Senior Constable Hetherington has explained the procedure, but Owen already knows the drill.
Takes a couple of minutes to analyse.
They sport the same look, have the same concreting job, and now identical twins Daniel and Tony are in the same trouble. Police suspect they're driving a stolen car.
Plates have long and slow. Plates put on the yellow plates.
When things look alike, it's easy to get them confused. Officers have found out the twins own two similar cars, but in different colours, and somehow they've got their plates mixed up.
He's basically just said that he's got two vehicles the same and he's put one set of plates on this vehicle that he thought belonged to this vehicle.
Either way, the rego has expired, and that means for twin Tony, there's a price to pay.
Because of that, mate, your car's being unregistered. It's also uninsured. Okay, which is another $516. Okay. There's a ticket there for $344 for using an unauthorised plate. Wait, it's 28 days to pay.
1,300.
It's about 3 months price, but it's pretty heavy. There's a little contact.
Left with no car, the twins put their brains together to figure out how to proceed.
I'll go get other plates, I suppose. And do my next one. Yeah, well, they're still on the and I'll take them plates off and go put it on the actual car that we take to 2.5 grand, 3 grand, blah, blah, blah.
So it's been an expensive night for the twins, but at least they can split the bill.
Those two tabs there, two special, probably take a packet full of things.
On the Hume Highway, Chris has already returned a positive drug indicator test. But with his dad sick in hospital, he insists he hasn't had anything stronger than a red sports drink. Giving him the benefit of the doubt, officers let him take another test.
Let's go back positive again, I'll show it to you. Mate, I don't know what let's go back, but that's two tests. Mate, a guy who accepted the same thing this morning, but he was lying to me, so... Mate,
Brett, the secondary test. We're going to go out on the road.
Chris leaves his girlfriend, sister, and mum to go for his third test.
Chris, I don't know what they know next door. I said, yeah, mate. Well, you don't test the truth all the time. Where'd you go last night? Was that your mum in the car? Yeah. She's not impressed? Something in your system that we don't like.
You know, a bit of a dabble in something new with your mates.
Tell me why you find it hard to go drug test.
I have no idea. That's what we need to find out. Really? We'll be doing something like that in the first place anyway. Especially what's been going on with me lately with
One drink after work was enough to push Pete later Cullen over his zero alcohol limit. It's a lesson he should have learned by now.
Was the one that last time they got.
Just stand up for me. Take a nice deep breath, blow through there as hard as you can twice I stop.
If Owen returns any reading on his secondary test, it'll be his third special range drink driving challenge.
Alright, Owen, it's analyse the sample of your breath and return the reading of 0.038. So the limit for a full licensed driver is 0.5, which is 50, and you're 38, which puts you again into the special range. Anything to say?
Now that myself. It needs to be more serious this time. This time it's not so much as a smack on the bum. It's a little bit more. So.
I did, yeah. Yep.
That's and probably a little bit more too. So.
Maybe Owen's harshest punishment will come from his girlfriend of 10 years, Jessica.
An idiot. Yeah. He's never been very much over, but he has been pulled over drink driving before. Yeah, he's had his P plates for quite a few years now, so he keeps losing it and getting it back, so zero tolerance for the last few years.
Thanks to Owen's poor track record, from now on it looks like Jessica will be doing all the driving. In Campbelltown, officers are patrolling the streets on the night of the New South Wales state elections. Up ahead, a driver blatantly swings to the left without stopping.
Said it's green. What do I hear? Stop sign. The same. Today? Okay, how long ago was your last trip? Well, now ago. How many drinks did you get? None. And it hurt? Watching the election. Watching the election. Who did you vote for? Labour. Okay, with that day. And now, they're not going to
A staunch Labor supporter all his life, 65-year-old Bill couldn't stand watching his party get clobbered, so he got in his car to go on a past food run.
I think Duke Britain played on too hard this course. Keep going, that's fine, make it enough. You're unlicensed, makes it even worse.
In Macquarie Fields, 24-year-old Chris Chris has had 2 roadside indicator tests come up positive to methamphetamine, but he's adamant he hasn't had anything stronger than a red sport streak. Now, he's about to learn the result of his 3rd test.
Yeah. Yeah. I go to the police station and get how no, you can go to the doctor, you go to hospital, you go get a blood test done, or you go to we can do that. Yeah, you can do it if you want. Once you leave here, whatever you do, it's up to you. Negative. That's good. So I don't know what it is, mate. That's coming up on our roadside testing twice. So that's good. Mate, you're about here 2 minutes ago. I'll get you out of here.
Chris is free to leave for now, but his lab results will determine the final outcome.
Yeah, it's very rare that we do 2 roadside tests and they both come up positive to a certain drug and then go negative on our Cozar machines. That's if we look at the red footy, so then we go to our scientists so we can ask them.
After everything they've been through in the past few days, it's a huge relief for Chris's family.
I want to go home. I'm finding out today. To know that I was, in there, major surgery, and come across this is too much.
Who did you vote for? Labour. Well, you're going to have a bad day.
After watching his beloved Labour Party suffer a crushing defeat in the state elections, Bill thought some fast food would ease his pain. But now, he might be about to suffer another loss.
Make it up. All right, Bill. At this stage, you've returned a positive test, so you're going to go under arrest for the purposes of the breath analysis. You understand that? I can't let you drive from here. All right, so we'll lock it up. What's your hair?
It's your first time you've been in trouble with us at all? No big problem?
No, never. Oh, never happened. Just please, I'm back 16.
I did. I've got many years ago. I've been a governor of
At Campbelltown Police Station, Bill must undergo a 2nd test.
So what was you going to do? Type out some stuff. Just ask you a few questions. All right, just about your health and everything like that. All right, so ask me all that. What you been up to today?
What did you do today?
Yeah. You know what time today you had your first drink?
When I put the election results on.
So about 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
So too long, next one, 7:50 mil. Right, mate, nice big deep breath before I say stop. So big deep breath and blow. Calmly, continuously go.
Although Bill's had a clean driving record since the 60s, that might be about to change.
Perfect. Okay, stop there. How many kids you got? 6. You're going to watch like 2 lucky. Okay, you return to reading 0 to 8 loads. Okay, so that's mid-range. Right, so unfortunately tonight you're going to be charged with mid-range. Does that make sense? Okay, any questions about that?
Unfortunately, tonight, Bill has something in common with his party.
Labour being annihilated. I mean, Labour will mobilise that. It's just not. I'm not a swing voter. I've always been Labour. And it's the end of the story. It didn't matter who. I know they're going to. They'll go down history.
Bill was charged with mid-range drink driving and never holding a license. He received a Section 10 bond, no conviction was recorded. Tony was fined $1,300 for driving an unregistered vehicle and displaying unauthorised plates. Chris's lab test results proved negative to illicit drugs. these scientists has shown sports drinks do not affect drug test results. Owen was convicted of special range drink driving. He was fined $1,081 and suspended from driving for 1 year.
With trading 212, invest in stocks and ETFs with zero commission. Trade anytime with 24-hour US market access. Earn 3.85% interest without cash ISA. Spend like an investor without free debit card. Get 1.5% cash back. Get the Trading 212 app. Start building wealth today.
Doors gone missing.
So it's a massive shock to everything you do. That's what I mean. What was some of the things?
Tonight on RBT.
Terry and Andy Mason like that for 2 years plus.
Placing under arrest for purposes of breath analysis.
What's this? Is this Australia or where are we?
It's a peaceful Friday morning, and police from the drug testing unit are set up near a small town with a big reputation.
What you do is known for marijuana use in the township. Maybe so, see if we can bring the local opinion anyway. Drink driving, just one.
But it seems some locals feel their town is being unfairly targeted.
Anything that's happening anywhere else in Australia. 675,000 times more police per head of capita in Newman than anywhere else in the city. It's outrageous.
Despite the locals' objections, the tests continue, and the roads here carry all kinds of motorists. Erin is on the way to the community garden with her friend Daniela.
Ого! Что у меня? У меня же такой же. Это, по-моему, залез.
Go to the result of your test, return the positive result.
Is it saying that I have marijuana and meth?
And it's just come up that and say, right, goes through.
О, прекрасно.
Indication at the moment, okay, just give out the, put you on the rest, okay, for a verbal.
Интерес прикольный.
So, just give
Ну, сидим.
Can you tell me any reason why the results of test?
У меня же вот этот,
Andy Mason like that for 2 years plus.
значит, такой самый.
Down at the roadside, Daniela, or Moksha, as she prefers to be called, is also being questioned by police. A strong smell of cannabis coming from the vehicle has given them grounds to conduct a search, and Moksha's not impressed.
Any of you don't believe in this? That you can just stand around and accept all this kind of behaviour? This is a fascist state. It needs to change.
It's 5 o'clock on a Friday, and officers are out on patrol. They're targeting traders who've already started their weekend with a few drinks. Within minutes, they spot a driver pulling out of a liquor shop who might just be taking the party with him.
О,
and boom,
But yeah, today,
that's it.
first time crack, first time ever. And you reckon it's the first one had today yet?
Зарегистрировался.
Working all day. When you drink more driving, it's good to marathon. I'm going to breakfast you now, okay? I want to see if it's been the first one you've had. Should we give us a hello already? You go over, we'll wait 15 minutes, okay? Go on, you're on your way. You understand all that?
Matthews instantly lost points on his licence and copped a hefty fine. But there's one more hurdle to face.
We'll punch a couple of cheers for me. Yeah, cheers for me. Go. Grab the shoes. Let's go back in with you.
I'm reading someone who claims to have only had one can. Matthew's been drinking on the go, so police give him another chance.
We're going to do okay. We need 10 minutes, okay? It's all over.
But will 10 minutes be enough to bring him under the limit? Friday night in the city, and as all roads out of town stream with traffic, BT signs are on high alert.
It's a busy Friday night on the Princess Highway, the major arterial south of Sydney. We're near the airport. Getting a lot of cars coming back.
Number. What's the number? Ah, телефон номер телефона.
See what we get tonight.
It's not only the Friday night revelers who might have had a drink. Sam's a chef, and he's just finished a long shift at a trendy city pub.
How long ago was your last drink? An hour ago. Did you have much to drink this evening? 3. Big ones or little ones? Spirits. Did nothing to eat. That doesn't count your favour. You always have a bit of food in your stomach and have something to drink. Good.
The chef we're smelling food all day. So it's like,
Well, they say never trust a skinny shit.
well, it's the thing though.
But then Sam remembers there was one food stop.
Actually, just like my Mac's.
Right now, he's hoping that burger in his belly is enough to bring him under the limit on his second test.
We'll just take a nice deep breath, play it continuously until it feels like that. Keep going, 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 keep going. That's it. Well done. Let the back flex.
The sleepy country town of Nimbin is notorious for its drug culture, and police are busy checking that local road users are not under the influence. Erin and Moksha have been stopped. Erin's first roadside indicator test went positive to methamphetamine. Now she's inside the class, providing a second saliva sample.
Obviously, it's got the indicator is at the bottom of that stick, so if you're placing it forward, please, just down, it's got to run down. So obviously, gravity is going to affect it, so just keep your head down.
Erin claims to have no idea what methamphetamine is, and the test is making her very uncomfortable.
Machines analyse your sample and it's come back as negative. This will be sent away for analysis at the laboratory.
Like her first test, this one is also an indicator. The final verdict rests with the lab.
Что не так?
Erin's free to go, but the same can't be said for her passenger, Moksha.
Because he smelled something. You can say anything. You can say that. You can say, I smell it. I don't need to accept that. I don't need to accept that. This is totally outrageous. How many millions of dollars is this? What is your asking?
А так.
Idiots. I find there's a lot of corruption in the police force. I find it very intimidating. I know that police have taken money and marijuana and all sorts of things from people out of their mouths. Yes, it's my bag. Don't you touch my handbags.
In Western Sydney, Matthew picked up a six-pack of bourbon and was so eager to have one, he started drinking behind the wheel. He's already gone over, but police letting him take a second test in case his reading was due to mouth alcohol.
Matthew said just then he wasn't aware that there was an offence. It's something
Сейчас,
that
ребят.
I'm pretty sure it's common knowledge you can't drink while you're driving. Well, he's already said to us you had nothing to do with that. Probably not. One drink will put you over. Work at 5 o'clock. Can I get a bourbon sometime?
But Matthew's time is up, and he's probably wishing he'd waited before he cracked that can.
Okay, Matthew. Same thing before. 12 minutes put the chip for me. I love the chips right now. Go.
Сейв. Все. Хе-хе-хе. Все.
What are we going to do, okay? Issue a ticket today for driving whilst having alcohol in your mouth. Right. Carries free to American weekend, $258.
Все.
Remember next time, okay?
A very close call for Matthew. Now he's on his way, taking home that 5-pack, 3 demerit points.
А, эти у меня есть. Station. А, ну,
28-year-old Sam spent Friday night slaving over the grill in a trendy city pub, and he hasn't had a decent meal all day.
We pick.
That third nip of bourbon Sam poured himself as he cleaned out the kitchen may be one he regrets.
That's it.
Отлично. О, да, 385.
Sam, the instrument is analysed the sample of your breath without reading
Хе-хе. Роза не нашел того резины.
That's correct.
Ну, может, брум-брум заказывать отсюда.
That's over the last 6 months. So I was just it's my first time
То есть 5.
It looks like Sam's not the only hungry chef to be pulled over by
PlayStation
police
5. О.
tonight. Back on the RB,
А то и не то.
teppanyaki chef Lee is hoping he won't find himself on the chopping block as well.
All I'm going to get you to do, climb to the end of this tube in one long slow breath, dice that stop. Keep going, keep going.
Есть. Увидишь, слышь, мы увидим. Это мне уже старое.
They say don't underestimate the purpose of breath analysis, okay?
Значит, это у меня есть.
If Lee blows over again, the last issue of
Это есть.
may be his license.
О,
In Edmund, Aaron and Moksha are having their car searched for drugs after arousing police suspicion.
угу.
The reason why police searched the car is
Yeah,
that
but
strong
it
signal
is.
coming from within the vehicle. The front passenger was acting.
Dare you?
Это я даже и не проходил.
Yes, it's my bag. Don't you touch my handbags. Treat that with respect. You better.
Сюда тоже.
Yes, I do. I went through your personal bags in front of all the... Where is this? Is this Australia or where are we? We're not criminals.
Been informed the reason why this vehicle's being searched.
That's it.
get it, do you? You really don't get it.
Разделали как категории.
That's my medicine. It's medicine.
Вот этот Сайвиза тут, вот тут где? В центре. Вот это, вот это приложение есть. О, это старая, да, старая. Старая. Дум. Фиговая. А, Dead Space. Да. Я уже проходил, ну и тоже. Ух ты, какие цветы. Такой я не знаю. Симуляторы были никак. О! Хитмена. О! Пятая. Следует про. Про. Ну, такой есть. А, коду тут. Сказать. А, дисконт у меня есть. Зачем? А, ну, новая часть. Не знаю. О, это у меня уже есть. Значит, есть. А, Легион. Вот что. Я вообще не проходил. Вообще.
If that's the case, you may be able to speak to your doctor if he's prepared to give you a letter or something or something. You can see what you can do by writing in.
Там тоже. Просто два есть. Оставь вот.
Thanks for that. Cheers.
О. PlayStation. 23-я битовая. Первая, вообще старая часть. А, VR. У меня есть. А, Резидент. Да. Кольфа нет, вот. Это ее тоже нету. А, это старая. Не, это бредятина. Жаловался, не понравилось. А, Терминатор. Этот симулятор козла, это классно. Он очень классный. Ты что сделали, как его?
And if Lee blows over, he'll be facing his third drink driving charge.
Exodus.
In an RBT bus at Mascot, 45
Какой-то не такой вот у меня.
is facing his third drink.
Серым. Какой-то красный.
His two previous charges were only just over the limit.
А, вебка.
This time, he's hoping the secondary test result pulls him to the right side of the
Ну, вебка. Камера для PlayStation.
That means you've gone over the limit. You're in the low range.
Онлайн, да. Прикол, ну, заказать, да. Прикол.
You're just over.
А, оценка какая? 4,3, что-то такое себе.
third time
4,5.
fairly over the limit, third time unlucky, and Lee just doesn't want to believe it.
Ну, видишь,
To
есть.
manage the yourself.
Еще.
Confidence is that machine. That's all the evidence we need for drink driving it, as far as concentrating alcohol offences. Maybe
О, вообще полностью белый.
Perhaps it's Lee's after-work drinks habit that needs
О,
double-checking.
вообще полностью белым. А у меня фильтровый. Это полностью.
In Denver, Aaron and Daniela, or Mox and who are friends, have been caught with cannabis in their car.
Это прикольно, вообще полностью белый. Ух ты. А, это мне означает.
But police haven't finished with them yet and ask Mox
Вот это новое. Я ж помню, вот оно. Пацанки, а ну. Еще.
The reason police searched Daniela is because she's not heavily
О, нет, это такая бредовая. Вот это такая шляпа. Да. Нет, это бредовая. Шляпа. О, о, вот это вот она.
Daniela, the passenger of the vehicle, subsequently found with less than 5 grams of cannabis. And she was eligible for and issued a cannabis caution notice.
Это контроллер есть. Ух ты какой этого Спайдермена. Вот это, блин. Вау. Классный какой. Ух ты, ё-моё. Star Trek.
Even though Aaron tested negative in the bus,
Civilization.
test results proved positive to methamphetamine. She was convicted of driving with an illicit drug in her system. Fined
О,
$300
ну где есть? Смотри, полиция есть.
3 months. Lee was convicted of low-range
Есть.
He was fined $1,500
А, это я уже проходил.
and disqualified from driving for 12 months.
Это я уже проходил.
Sam was convicted of
Знаю.
low-range driving. He was fined
Ну, блин.
$200 and disqualified from driving for 3 months.
А, голым. Так. Такая фигня, что это вон шляпа. Ой, это что за... Прикольный. А, это Сапнав, ага. Expeditions. НХЛ. Почему? 20? Фу. Это даже дешевле. Фу. Это, блин, дешевое. Вообще 20 не стоит. Фу. Фавориты какие? Фавориты. Ну эти телефоны, шо? Эти часы. Они какие? Watch. Часы. Apple Watch. Часы.
As part of a statewide operation, police have set up an RBT site at Macquarie Fields.
Телефоны, оно какие тут есть. Ну сколько?
Just in case drivers decide
17 уже. Ого, сейчас его 2 терабайта. Ого. На терабайт.
it's not long before someone does just that. If this driver did
Oh,
try to
no.
avoid the RBT, you'll need a very good reason.
The reason I stopped you is because you just tried to dodge the RBT sign up the road there. You got a driver's license there? But like, was there any shaking a little bit? Was there any reason? Was there any reason?
Какой? Acer? Apple? Asus? Скажи, какой? Dell? Dell.
RBT police set off to patrol the streets of Newcastle on a rainy night, and it's not long before a ute catches their attention.
Жить. Оперативки.
It's nothing.
Yeah, that's okay.
James is a local, and he's on his way home after dropping off a friend.
Yeah, last week we went there, okay. Okay, so just one long continuous road. Like that, one big spot.
Опа. 14 SSD. Это вообще летать. Полоснуто.
At this stage, you have to arrest and come back to Newcastle.
Да и не только телевизор. 4.
James tells officers
Box.
his mate were kicking back at his place, enjoying a bottle of birthday scotch.
Ну, тут все что угодно. И игры даже эти, что угодно. Классно приложение, ё-моё. Добавился фавориты. Это дешевое.
And technology nowadays is even fascinated by the breath testing device.
Класс. Добавился фавориты. Что ты куля фавориты? Зарегистрировался, теперь в класс.
And when he gets to the station,
Классно.
just after 8 in the evening,
Exactly.
in a suburban Fairfield street, Senior Sergeant Melody goes through a routine breath test.
Especially count to 10 for
Alright, you're good to go.
As the lady pulls away, a big place rider coming from the other direction spots the police lights, panics, and swings his car around.
Ой. Включается. Что за фи? Что за... Моргает, пойму. Что за фигня какая-то? Что за фигня? Что было?
On the wrong side of the road, just like narrowly misses several cars. But his run is short-lived. He's crashed the car head-on.
Да что за фигня?
The vehicle is a smoking wreck, and incredibly, the driver has vanished. Searching nearby homes, officers find the man hiding in someone's laundry and drag him out.
Managed to get out of the car and run off, and someone had put a stop there. And the offenders forced his way into a house just up the road to him and forced the occupants out of the way and actually hidden in the laundry of that house.
In his desperate attempt to get away, he's given residents the fright of their lives.
Ой.
I just tried to like close the door a bit while I was trying to close it, and then just said to open it, and yeah, he just ran into like one of the rooms inside.
It's a miracle the 21-year-old driver has barely a scratch on him.
He's a real lucky boy. That was a tabletop truck, and he hit the back of it. I'd say he wouldn't be here today, or I wouldn't be here now. But he told me when I first stopped him that he was unlicensed, and I said, well, surely that this car will happen just because you've got no license, unlicensed.
The man isn't talking, but his friends have just turned up, and they're given police another.
And one of the boys on the side of the road was yelling out to
Oi.
the guys on the Arabic basically asking where his friend's name.
What is it?
So I'm not too sure if his life's name.
А, я зазнал тут.
Newcastle local James has just arrived at the station for his second breath test.
Taking a swing and
James reveals why he treated himself to a few glasses of expensive scotch.
Well, actually, I lost much about myself my birthday. I lost my job and had a bit of money in my pay out. And I thought, well, I had a pretty ordinary birthday this year. And I want to spoil myself. Down the shop and put my scotch.
Getting a job is already tough enough, but if James's license is affected, it'll be even tougher.
First, I'm going to work in the city in the which both involve me using a car. You don't have a physical license.
Police have just chased down a driver who appeared to turn away from an RVP sign. His breath test may reveal the reason why.
Свинья.
The driver's story checks out. The Minutes later, Sergeant Nelson receives a call for assistance. Back at the RBT site, another driver has almost caused a serious accident.
When we were stopping the cars coming into the site, the last motor vehicle tried to go around myself, and I had to jump out of the way to avoid getting run over. Half a foot, and I would have ended up on the bonnet with probably a broken leg.
Robert's breath test may shed some light on his less than impressive entrance.
My name's Sergeant Nelson. I'm highway patrol for Fields. You understand at this point in time you're under arrest. There is some threat analysis. So we have to get to the cameras at the police station.
At the station, Robert has some explaining to do about that erratic driving.
What's happened tonight, then? I was on the front space.
Yep.
Married? I'm single.
Single.
Kids? Single, mate. Hey, kids.
Hey, kids.
Yeah.
Опять минут.
Do you drink, right? Do you really drink at all? I try not to, but I avoid drinking too much.
Yeah, I can smell wine. It's like wine, I think. Strong smell of wine.
It's a freezing night in Colombo, and police are testing drivers on a treacherous stretch of highway.
Что за фигня?
It's Thursday night. We're on the Pacific Highway, about 30 k's north of Portobello. This area is used as a major drug corridor between Newcastle and Queensland. So we're out here tonight, and a lot of people are going to get caught tonight, I can guarantee it.
Two backpackers are pulled over. The driver has tested negative to drugs.
Alltså, fan.
He's admitted to having drugs on board, so police need to ask a few more questions.
För livet.
Who owns it?
Что за фигня? För livet.
California, actually, he made a misdemeanor smoking synthetic marijuana, which drew our attention quite quickly. As soon as we checked that, well, we asked him to show us the
Что за фигня?
synthetic marijuana. He pulled out a bag of actual marijuana. So he's got a few issues at the moment.
Synthetic cannabis is a mix of herbs and chemicals that mimics the effects of natural cannabis. In some states of Australia, it's illegal. But right now, it's the natural cannabis the boys have got that police want to know about.
Where did you pick it up from? Staying in Melbourne.
Adam and David are on a working holiday around Australia.
What else is going on without searching?
The truck bus wasn't on the boys' list of must-see tourist attractions, but it's their next stop. In Newcastle, 45-year-old James had a few whiskies to relieve the pain of losing his job. To find work, James might have to move to another city, and that won't be easy if anything happens to his license.
Что за толпа?
It's a blow for James, but he takes the news on the chin.
Нитки. Ой, не туда. Сюда.
Take responsibility for actions as Peter, then Well, he was just a, seemed like a genuinely nice bloke who's just been on this day. He's, sounds like he's had a few hurdles in his life recently. He's trying to deal with them the best that he can and had probably hard to drink too much. Until he just, I think he'll move on. Hopefully he'll move on from it.
In Fairfield, this P-plater panicked while trying to avoid a routine RBT, leading police on a dangerous chase.
The end result is he's totaled his car into a parked truck. He's a lucky boy. He could have financially killed himself.
Police only find a small amount of money in his car, and a breath test in the police truck clears the man of drink driving.
He's actually out
А,
of
самый первый.
I don't know why he would endanger the lives of hundreds of people.
Четвертый. Похоже, все.
All for a disqualified driver.
Все 4 сделано. Тут уже все сделано. А нет, это какая? Третья еще нет. Ну все, не, еще третья осталась.
He's lucky he only got a few cuts and bruises, more than he can say to the truck values.
I just moved it from up there, like the oldest part of here, so it'll be early in the morning. You know? I don't think I'll be taking it tomorrow though.
The P-plater's next stop is the hospital. After that, there's the one in Potsdam. He faces an uncertain future.
It's just a horrific offence. Not to stop for the police and then as a result have a collision. He's just very, very lucky he didn't kill anyone.
Robert was driving home from his brother's house when police signaled him to pull into an RBT site. But he almost ran over a police officer in the process, then blew over roadside.
A matter of half a foot, and while we'd end up in the corner, we had probably a broken leg.
Having just arrived at Campbelltown Police Station, Robert revealed why he was in such a hurry.
As I was going through, I'm just like, pull me over. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to drive through and try to get to work.
Excuse. Now, Robert's going to have to hold on a bit longer while Sergeant Sam Nelson conducts his second test.
I just got to make some certain observations.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not on something to say. Where's this bar? Where did you consume the alcoholic drinks? Okay, and how many do you think you may have had?
I'd say 3 or 4.
And it was wine, gravel wine.
It was fun. And then you go in white salad and red.
What I need you to do is wrap your wrist in the tube. So they're going to flow through the tube like that.
Robert Thrust to spend a penny might cost him a lot.
Stop it.
I feel like I felt top of the drive, so I don't know.
Get scared now. After having several glasses of wine at his brother's house, Robert had to rush back to his own life.
Я не знаю, кто бледный.
But Robert spoke.
Я еще хочу такой... блин, это Still Crime.
The instruments analyze the sample of your breath and return a reading of 0.0 and following 3 grams of alcohol in the generalized which is only
Shotton Stone. It's been a long process, and Robert's relieved he can finally go home.
Relieved in his senses.
When international backpackers in Canada pulled over in Colombia, they admitted they had cannabis in the car. Their travel itinerary didn't include the drug bus. All they wanted was a cheap ride.
Car relocation. We really did want
Still Crime.
Before coming to Australia, feature where he got his feet tattooed and toenails painted.
It's my friend's mission.
Being caught with drugs on them, it's a pretty fitting sentiment. Now police are weighing up the drugs and their penalty.
4.4 grams. Involved in the future.
So getting marked on your record here in Australia is just a caution.
Is it a fine?
No fine. Could have charged you. We're going to be on your record.
Yeah.
This won't be. Luckily for the boys, the police have used their discretion and decided they can leave with no further action taken.
They both fit the criteria for a cannabis caution. A lot of problems researched them and they're international for their trip to Queensland. So they go with their marijuana and got a caution out.
Loaded up with nothing more than junk food, Adam and David can continue their epic journey around Australia. James was charged with low-range drink driving and received the Section 10 bond. No conviction was recorded. Robert was convicted of low-range drink driving and fined $300. His licence was disqualified for 3 months. The runaway driver was charged in relation to the pursuit of multiple traffic offences and unlawfully entering the property. He lost his licence for 3 years and was sentenced to 12 months in prison.
That's not fair.
This is still trying to.
After the pubs and bars close in Newcastle, the streets will soon empty. On mobile RBT patrol, officers Collier and Dunn turn off the main street. They spot a lone P-plater travelling in the opposite direction, who appears to be taking the scenic route home.
Crime free. Right. No bad. Right.
If James's last drink was 10 hours ago, he'd better hope he registers a
Right.
0 reading.
Crime free. Not bad.
There's plenty of time you're under arrest. We'll have a sort of breath analysis. Okay, one over
James can't believe he's landed himself in this situation.
No intention of driving. I'm just saying. Some altercation with my friend. Like to get into a fight. I just get out of there. I'm walking, grabbing his mates, came on the street, listen, had a go at all of us, and then that's when I went and done the decision. Just get in the car and take it. That's what I should have done.
In his bid to rescue his mates, James has only landed himself in trouble.
I've never done this before.
In The large-scale RBT unit is targeting late-night drivers. 59-year-old Ranaboye is driving his mum home after dinner.
In my opinion, design a pulmonary breath test indicates that your breath contains alcohol. I need you to turn the car off for us and step out of the vehicle being safe.
Ranaboye spent the day with his mother, celebrating his late father's life.
My father is college instruction class, and my mother came in special today lunch in the center memories.
It's been an emotional evening for Ranaboye. He's raised a glass or two in his father's memory.
I have just got of water in the line and to reschedule for that, and that's all. I know. That's not good.
Despite his drinking, Ranaboye thought he was okay to make a short drive to his mother's home.
I don't know how much is good, but I know. If I see going now in the car, and I bring my mother, for sure, absolutely, I can. I am a good worried about this. And she tells me, please, be careful. I can take a breath.
Unfortunately for Ranaboye, he didn't listen to his mother's advice. And a positive reading may prove his mother is always right. Friday night, just over the Victorian border in Albury, there's a large volume of interstate traffic through this town, so officers are always on the alert. It's not long before a red Commodore driving out of a bottle shop catches their attention. The driver, Daniel, presents some identification, but it's not the right kind.
Major driver's
Ну,
license.
друзья, ездить будете.
The vehicle yours?
Ну, положение есть.
Whereabouts are you living at the moment?
А конкретно далеко.
Holidays or something? Has she been here on the scene? How long ago was the last time? About a year ago. How much have you rented? 3 kids. What I'm going to do is I'm going to subject you to a roadside breath test. It's a nice simple test. What I want you to do is blow into the tube before I tell you to stop it. Just a nice deep breath, I'll tell you when to stop. Okay, that's all right. Just a couple of cans of beer or just bitters, very cold. All right, Daniel, the device indicates that you're in excess of the legal limit. All right, at this point in time, you're under arrest for a breath analysis. What's going to happen is we're going to convey you back to the police station and conduct a further test. Okay, you understand that? All right, what I'll get you to do is just look out of the vehicle and secure it.
But a second breath test isn't Daniel's only worry. There may be a reason he's reluctant to hand over his driver's license.
He's a Queensland licence holder driving a Victorian vehicle in New South Wales. I mean, yeah, so with you, so there's any other things that may be better. I'll get you to do is put your hands in front of us, going to handcuff you.
RBT patrols are always on the road, and on this weekday evening, officers Gretchen and Ford are patrolling the southwestern suburbs of Sydney.
Трудно здесь возле контрольной новый.
They spot a van pulled up on the wrong side of the road. Ford ducked out to the local shops to pick up some pizzas for his dinner.
Okay, put me on the wrong side of the road.
I just reversed right away here.
Yep.
Behind this vehicle.
Yep.
And I reversed out. Because there was something coming this way.
Yep.
Something to this side.
Didn't you cut off me, have you?
I had bits and not called out. And bits,
How many beers you had? Just one?
Just a large one with beer,
50 mil?
750 ml. And I've been to the vet.
Я себе полицейский.
So take me go to the vet.
Честно, полицейский.
I hadn't done that for a real while. So that's all I've been worried about. I didn't go to work today and lost my job. So
It hasn't been a good day for Phil, and if he's had more to drink than he's saying, his day won't get any better. Having a few beers, James and his mates went out for a kebab, but when a fellow diner started handling them, James claims the only way out was to drive his mates home. The last thing on his mind was his zero.
I was out with my friends. So we had an altercation before we got the car, and I just wanted to get out of there and take it with me. I got home, and then this happened. Just didn't expect it.
Just before the kebab shop showdown, James now admits he and his mates were drinking in the car.
Just beer, shit, and some on the budget. I'm doing communication courses. Okay. Doing a lot of film courses this semester, so I had a friend who did communication for an internship with Fox Sports. It's pretty cool. I'll take that. Just go with it. It's like media. All that. Sports just it's a cherry on the cake, I guess. I got that, so cool.
But achieving his dream internship will be a little tougher if anything happens to his license.
The outcome, you drive to uni all the time. I rely on car a lot to get to uni. I'm not really a bus train person, so.
Given he's not a fan of buses and trains, if James plays over this time, he might just have to get used to public transport. In the quarter town of Albury,
Вот такой я же видел, только как у меня. Этот белый, это уже странно.
when he seemed reluctant
Там такие экзамены.
police suspicions were aroused.
Там один этого. Как он со спальным, вообще классно. Новый.
On his way to the station, Daniel tells officers he's covering the state to try and pick up some work.
Пока нормально, если вот вообще уже плохо работает, ну принять надо. Если это я сейчас остановлю этот белый.
Daniel's staying pretty quiet, but his behaviour might be telling us more than he's saying.
When we did, we had to be arrested, and we looked at the body language and things like that, and he was quiet and appeared a bit nervous, so he's having that indicate that maybe there's a reason why. So is it further offences or things like that?
While Daniel is taken for his second test, Senior Constable Zagayev tries to get to the bottom of this interstate licence puzzle.
Yeah, because he's produced a current Queensland licence. So that makes it interesting as to he obtained a Queensland licence when he did it on file Victoria.
Wait.
At an RDT site in West Melbourne, 59-year-old Rana Boyer returned a positive alcohol reading roadside.
Серая.
He's running his recently widowed mother home after an emotional dinner.
That's unfortunate.
work away and pull reschedule for a bit, and that's all. Radaboye's mother warned him about driving, and now he's facing the consequences.
Analysis shows you have a breath alcohol concentration of 0.090. Do you have any comments on that?
What do you think is too much? I don't know about decision. It's like too much. Yeah, okay. No problem.
0.05. That's the limit.
Yeah.
That's the limit. You got 0.6, 0.7. No, that's you. That's you. Nearly twice. Nearly twice.
Yeah, but there we have to
Obviously, we can't put you driving further than life because you need to cover a little bit for some time. Your license is cancelled. And you are disqualified for driving for a period of 6 months.
6 months.
But Radaboye is
No
still
полгода.
We're going to get you and your mother to where you need to go because you can't drive. Can you drive?
I can drive.
If you didn't can't drive, I'm guaranteed you'll go straight to God. I'm not kidding.
We had a great deal of trouble getting an idea across to him that he wasn't going to drive after the finish. Now, he's not only recently lost his father, now he's lost his license. Seems to
Oh.
lie on top of it. He's not repairing, but that's it.
Это тупая, блин.
If you're over, you're over. You get prosecuted exactly the same as everybody else.
After a late night fight nearly broke out in a Newcastle kebab shop, James drove his friends home before it got out of hand. But now, it looks like he's saved everyone but himself.
James, you've got already made a 0.06
James can only guess what his friends will say in the morning.
Some gobsmacked, I guess. They've had fines and spending costs, haven't they? I think I'd be the first to have a and the next thing is your parents want people not to end the settle, so.
Your license is still on, you're good to drive, but I would obviously like 2 hours.
Well, actually, I'll get another little or something like that.
For someone doing pretty well in his media studies, James isn't feeling very smart about his decision to drive.
I'm very disappointed in myself. Very
И говорю, Углен говорит, живет.
45-year-old Phil attracted police
Ой, не сюда.
when he was out of a pizza shop driveway onto the wrong side of the road. For Phil, it's a bad end to a very bad day.
I've been home, I've been right about this one day, and that table was better. I've been pulling this work this afternoon and I watched the news. So that's all I've been right about. And then go to work today and the job, so.
Phil admitted to drinking a long neck earlier today, and that may have added to his worries.
О,
Philip, gone over your legal limit? You know? Well, I wouldn't say you haven't. You haven't. You haven't gone over your legal limit, right? So, the legal limit is 0.050, right? You're driving your truck at the moment, so it's 050, right? 50 cents. So you've gone over your legal limit. So what is it?
This way, obviously had a couple of drinks because your normal prudent person doesn't generally back out on the wrong side of the road, especially on an intersection like this.
Phil's roadside indicator is bordering on a white range. Syndicats pull 4 suspects.
Ginger beer, yeah, ginger beer bourbon.
Yep, what time is that?
Yeah, and the other story.
Any other alcohol?
It looks like Phil won't be tucking into his cooling pizzas for a little while yet.
What did you do with these? They're going to keep making that.
Phil, not enough of the colours I wanted. But it's less than there.
On the way back to the station, the only thing on Phil's mind is the little baby goat whose life he saved.
Was that what it wasn't? It didn't survive, or yeah, I'll look at it.
While police are sympathetic to Phil's plight, if he blows over back at the station, it'll be a bad end to a very sad day. At Albury Police Station, police have just discovered Daniel, who's blown over roadside, might be driving on a falsely obtained license.
No worries, that makes it interesting as to he hasn't obtained that Queensland license when he's disqualified in Florida.
While Senior Constable Zagaya continues his inquiries, Daniel takes his second breath test.
No, 0-0. Da.
The reading's 0.052. Not your up again, not saying it's a set post.
But Daniel's not free to go yet. He's taken to the interview room to explain himself.
But the issue we have now is the fact that your period of disqualification is includes your arrest tonight. Okay, you're actually disqualified from driving. When you're disqualified in one state, that disqualification carries over to other states. So if you're disqualified in Victoria, you're disqualified in New South Wales. It shouldn't be right. Is that right?
Didn't know that now.
For the moment, Daniel's staying tight-lipped, but he'll have some explaining to do when he fronts the magistrate. Phil's been brought to the Green Valley Police Station after blowing well over roadside. It's the end to a tough day for this truck driver who lost his job and almost lost his 9-day-old baby goat.
Just hasn't been fair right now. Just had that bit and everything, and we're going again. Vitamins and everything into it. Now I've just got it home inside, hand feed it, or not hand rear it, possible.
Phil says while he nursed the goat, he had a long neck and a can of bourbon and coke, and then he popped out to grab some takeaway pizzas.
My mate gets double meat lovers, I get triple meat lovers. Triple meat, triple cheese, triple mushrooms, and the game for food. What do you reckon, mate?
Yeah. I'm going to get Mexican and Mickey.
Before rescuing his pizzas and getting home to the pet goat, there's one more thing Phil needs to do this evening, his secondary breath test. If Phil goes higher than a 0.08 again on this second test, he'll be handing over his license immediately.
Okay. The instrument has analysed the sample of your breath and returned the reading of 107 grams of alcohol and 210 litres of gas.
You shouldn't do it, and you shouldn't say that you can't deny it. It's up to me to reevaluate next time because the kitchen is not open. I'll put some on again. I know do it. That's what I do. These guys are enjoying the job.
They down one road, he gets on that road. They only just drive down the road with his pizzas and he's driving back. Once he gives over, and then
I've been willing to bet every time we first come over that I thought it's probably one of the most common responses we get.
Phil was convicted of mid-range drink driving. He fined $750 and lost his license for 6 months. James was found guilty of low-range drink driving and received a Section 10 bond. Radaboye was fined $358. His licence was cancelled and he was disqualified from driving for 6 months. Daniel was convicted of driving whilst disqualified from holding a licence and low-range drink driving. He was fined $1,600 and lost his licence for 2.5 years.
Ну все, делать. А вот теперь точно все. Сделано. Сделано. Сделано.
But she will tell me the truth.
The two one-way patrol officers on the New South Wales Central Coast are labelled as snack stock is about to become an RBT situation. A youth full of blokes with beers on the go has just pulled up behind At the wheel is 34-year-old player Jason.
You've had a bit? So, screeches the toilet when you come in there. Youth, right? Produce your license there, what do you say? Talk to me about anybody else. A fair few, yeah.
Jason's been drinking rum and he's on a servo run to buy more mixes.
That's cheap, it's a lot cheaper to stop, okay?
Это все фигня.
When Jason said he had a few, he wasn't joking. He's flown more than 5 times per minute. He's so intoxicated, he becomes confused by police instructions.
Just relax, dude. Just I'm not going to answer anything at the moment. All right? Something to arrest me. Can't you answer that first?
Because he's behaving aggressively, Jason's cut with a trip back to the police station. In Tamworth, the normal 19-year-old local Ray is heading back out to the farm after soaking up the vibes in town. Ray's test is showing cannabis and methamphetamine indicators.
The first test you give us is given a positive sampling. Alright, so at the moment you're under arrest for a secondary test. So that you hop out of your vehicle, carry in the van with us.
Now, this cruisy country lad has some explaining to do.
Is this reasonable behavior?
In the outer suburbs, police are conducting a large-scale RBT operation. Supporting a testing line on the main road, with unmarked cars are patrolling the back streets. This driver, leading a pub car park, attracts the attention of officers Delaney and Brian. When the vehicle makes a sudden turn into a loading dock, officers decide to see who's at the wheel. 27-year-old Lana out of the driver's seat and straight into trouble.
What was the last drink? Yeah, maybe you did that. One drink? You have beef flavour? Yeah. You shouldn't have any drink, should you? There's no way you could do that. So what are you driving for? You're driving a suspended licence. Okay, so, you know, it's a serious offence. It carries fine, period of imprisonment.
With no P-plates, no licence, and a zero alcohol limit, Lana may regret tonight's bad decisions for years to come.
Deep breath, exhale, let your lungs are in the box until it's even stopped. Okay, off you go.
And it's a situation Lana knows all too well. Back at the entrance, and police have still got their hands full with bricklayer Jason.
Have a second then. Just watch it. I'm doing really bad. You say doing it the right way, but that's how it is. He's a bit of a weird man. Now you're not even trying to cops. What are you trying to do? Bricklayer.
You look at people when you talk to them. Don't talk to them. What you're older people.
Jason's mate set off home on the hook, and by getting Jason off the road, police may well have prevented a terrible accident from happening. But that's not Jason sees.
It's good to get someone out there who's actually doing something wrong, but he's wasting your time.
I've got a cheap tooth, and that's all I want to be there for.
Inside the breath analysis room, the father to be turns his frustration on himself. And he's just getting started. In Bankstown, police are testing drivers from a steady stream of Friday night traffic.
Like you're on the main arterial road, we're getting people from Bankstown, but also people passing through and going home from different cities and going home, so we get a mix of people.
With the weekend underway, some drivers are in good spirits.
Very good.
Like a dragon, kind of good car.
You have a good weekend, John.
As a dragon.
But 48-year-old labourer Cook is not happy.
One continuous ride, okay?
Oh, I got that's mine, you know, this is that's mine.
Okay.
Cook celebrated the end of his working week at the local sports club. Now he's having trouble raising the pup to provide a sample.
At the moment, he's worried. He said he's had between 2 otherwise the legal limit. So as a result, put it through for a secondary test.
As Constable Eddie Casey begins Cook's second test, his mood suddenly goes from gloomy to giggling.
2 VB or 4 VB? Ready to be. Ready to be. Two. Tell the truth. Let me look. No, I can't let you go. But the machine will tell me the truth. I did 4 VB. Listen to that.
Bricklayer Jason did more than 5 times the limit after being stopped by Tuggerah Lakes Highway Patrol.
So where are you drinking tonight, Jason? How many drinks do you reckon you had during that time? So you had 2 runs on top of your 8 VBs.
Jason's recollection of the evening is vague. But what he does remember is that one of his mates started out in the driver's seat.
Think that's it? Do you live fair? Well, I said to stop. Keep going.
If he blows high rank on the secondary test, it could be years before Jason occupies a driver's seat again. When this car drives out of the park and into a loading dock, police follow with the breathalyzer. The one drink picked by the runner admits she's had may in it push her over the 0 alcohol limit.
Alright, so you put the cigarette out for me, just say you're under arrest for the purpose of breath analysis, okay? Alright, just relax, put your cigarette out for me.
Lana's license is currently suspended. Now, he's facing a drink driving charge as well.
Let's sort it out. Just put the cigarette out. Lana, start listening to what I'm saying. Put that out, okay, I'll put the phone. Chuck your seatbelt on. I'll explain everything to you on the way back what we'll do.
The repercussions of Lana's Friday night begin to hit home.
No, but listen to me. You're over the limit that you're allowed to be over. It doesn't matter how many you've had, okay? Right, and you're driving with a suspended license as well, so...
As she's taken for breath analysis, Lana explains why she risked having that fateful drink.
I give my brother my present for his birthday, have my drink, I'm gonna wait. So I'll get it done, drive, got 2 little shows, one drink.
And was it one glass?
About 5 years ago, you know what, I was pissed straight out and I lost my license for 5 years or so, 4 years. I had a bad run on it for a few years and I was drinking every day. And then I drink no more. Except for tonight, I was drinking.
What's your occupation?
Then, last show, yeah, I was happy when I was license back because I can go take it to the doctor, we can go get medication and take the shotgun and now I can't again now.
Okay, so same thing again. Deep breath, blow in the chin, it's onto your stop. Keep going. Perfect. Good.
After years of waiting for a fresh start, that one drink tonight could take Lana right back to square one. It's the last night of the Tamworth Country Music Festival. Unemployed local Ray took in some tunes, then went positive for cannabis and methamphetamines on his way home.
Perfect. Excellent, Darren. There's a reason why you're in here. Yep. So what have you done? What have you had? Do you use regularly, or is it just a one-off occurrence? It's illegal, obviously, to drive with a drugs in the system. Hence why you're in here.
That's the thing. I don't see anything wrong. I was affected by it anymore, so.
Cuidado com o tempo, cara.
Ray's reasoning is hazy, but the laws about drug driving are clear. Now he must undergo a second indicator test. Ray was positive again for cannabis and methamphetamine.
At this point here, you're going to be excluded from driving for a period of 24 hours. Said to me before, you don't seem impaired. It's not a matter of being impaired or whether you feel affected, it's a matter of being sexually illegal. Okay, you understand?
If the lab test confirms tonight's result, Ray faces a big fine and a license suspension.
Nearly run away.
Right now, though, what Ray needs is a ride back to the farm. After blowing High Range roadside, first-time farmer to be Jason didn't come quietly.
Take that in, so you get through, and below top here to stop.
Another high range reading, and Dad might be driving the family wagon anytime soon.
Hi Jason, instrument is analysed to sample your breath with a reading of 0.207 grams of alcohol in 210 litres of breath.
Jason's fallen foul of the law, so he's facing a heavy penalty.
I wouldn't want that. You know what I'm going to do? But I feel like that. Yeah, have a real problem with this.
To keep Jason off the streets,
Ah, рыбалкой.
deliver him back to his mate's place.
Well, I did the wrong thing, and I'm an honest little bugger, okay? I'll get myself in trouble, and I only want to be a good dad, and that's pretty much all my mind's concentrated on at the moment.
Блин, ух ты! Рыбак, похоже.
Inside a police bus in Bankstown, Cook is finding his roadside reading of .079 a bit of a laugh.
We'll see, okay, we'll see. Too many big ways to drive. No. I can't ride, don't worry.
As the officers begin the secondary test, Cook updates his drinks tally.
Ready?
So anyway,
It is too much for driving. Have you had anything to eat?
Those 3 beers on it.
So you drove to Bankstown to have a matter for a kebab.
don't you? Did you?
Must be a good kebab.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
That's why you got very good.
Are there nice kebabs in Vienna?
Very good.
No good?
Cook's taste for quality late-night munchies has landed him in trouble with the police before.
This one is second time.
Second time, is it? What happened the first time?
No, that's not a lot chicken. Cigarette, 2 buckets cigarette, coffee, and half a dollar.
Well, you hope this goes under, otherwise you're really technical about it.
If the book blows over again, he'll be forced to dine at that lousy local kebab shop during a long license suspension.
Blowing this, keep blowing until I say stop. Blow, 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 blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay. The London has certain place.
Edwina Lana has a patchy driving history. She lost her license for 4 years for high-range drink driving and gets suspended for speeding.
Deep breath one and two and one.
If she returns to any reading now, it could be years before she sits in a driver's seat again.
.020. No, that's the reading that we have now. Is the reading that it is. Okay, so
Лучшее время.
With an invalid mother to care for, life without a license is going to be tough.
Lana had a bad traffic record in the past, and I think this may be a turning point for her where she'll be.
Нельзя, ну, ты видишь, здесь. Не дают. Нет. Дают тоже. Не попадался. Я попадал, что-то уже. Я не помню. А вот это да. Это не помню. Ладно, наверное, да у меня уже без 5 уже где-то 10. А завтра уже день. Завтра пока.